to drive this home hard. Now, those of you that have money owed to you, sometimes you get that particular amount, sometimes you may never get it. But stop thinking that that is the totality of your money. Stop thinking that that's the only way that God can bring you your money. And I'm going to speak a word of prophecy here and receive it because it will help you. There's some of you here right now, you're worrying after something that's owing you, and you've tied your mind up with that that's owed you, that amount that's owed you so bad that you are missing much more that God's got for you. Loose your mind and God will loose your money. Don't give the government or that agency or that company or your mother or your father or your brother or your sister or your cousin or your uncle or your auntie power over your money. My money and my good are subject only to my thinking. Again. See, untie your mind out of that knot. You see, there are a lot of knots in the mind that tie your mind up and tie your good up. And I'm untying those knots right now. Whatever ties up your mind will tie up your good. It will tie up your peace. It will tie up your health. This is why you've got to work on the mind, because everything that gets tied up first in the mind. This is why Jesus had to speak many times and say, "Thou foul and tormenting spirit, loose him, let him go." Let's do a prayer treatment and repeat it after me. My money and my good are independent of everyone and everything. My money and my good may come through people and things, but not from them. And just remember that Almighty God has so many, many ways of bringing you your good. That's another thing you'd better remember. Go to the first Psalm for a moment. The man who meditates on God's law day and night, that he shall be as a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. Listen at this. He shall be as a tree that brings forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doth shall prosper. You see, when you meditate on God's law, when you think right, when you think God's thoughts, good thoughts, when you think positive thoughts, then you really become a law unto yourself. Listen, I like that psalm so much. Let's take it from the top. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. You will, the man that won't even listen to ungodly reports about unemployment and how bad things are and how hard money is to get. Will not hear any of that ungodly counsel. Will not stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. His delight is where? In the law of the Lord. What's the law of the Lord? As a man thinks, so is he. According to your faith, so be it unto you, says the Master Jesus. This is the law of the Lord. I have no time to think the world's thoughts. I have no time to think as the world turns. Now he shall be as a tree planted by the rivers. Now notice the word rivers. Isn't that plural? What does that indicate? It indicates that there are many streams that God has to bring me my good.